In this session of the College Pre-Approval Know Before You Go video series, we're going to talk about merit aid. It's also known as institutional gift aid a lot of times. So a couple things we like to point out is that it comes in a couple different flavors. There are what's called competitive scholarships, and then there are what's called grid scholarships. Now competitive is exactly what it sounds like. You may have 1,000 kids and they're applying for 5 scholarships. So that's extremely competitive. It's very hard to anticipate if you may or may not get one of those, but they're great if you get them. So some schools have competitive scholarships only, but there are other schools out there that offer what we call grid scholarships. Now, if we look at the grid scholarships, for example, at Miami of Ohio, right down the street here, what you'll find is that, when you look at the ACT and the GPAs, they say if you have at least a 3.5, and let's say you had a 26 on the ACT, they say you'd be eligible for up to $8,000 if you're an Ohio resident inside of that category. But when we look at it and we say, what if we did some test prep and we were able to get scores up just 2 more points with this student, or 3 more points? Let's say we went from a 27 to a 30. Well, instead of being up to 8,000, it could be a minimum of 20,000 to as much as 40,000. So a lot of times it's hard to make an impact on the ACT, but the way we look at it, we say don't just go in trying to do better. Go into it knowing what schools you're looking at and what that would mean to your financial aid package. You can see the difference in our example that can make a dramatic impact on the bottom line. So we've given another example of Dayton, and it's very similar, where it just clearly lays out if you have this ACT and this GPA, you'll be eligible for this type of scholarship. Now, as you're doing your college search and you're looking at schools, you want to find out, do they offer grid scholarships or are they competitive? And these grid scholarships are very well published because they advertise them. Schools like Dayton and schools like Miami of Ohio, they love to tell you that they're going to give you money to come there if you meet these criteria. So keep an eye out for that. And in the next one, we're also going to talk about financial aid policies at different institutions, which is a very interesting conversation as well.